Mama, I want you to sell Majestic. You come and live with us. Mama, if you don't agree to sell, then we will be on the streets. We will be finished. How long are you going to continue to live like this? You don't have a single friend in Udwada. You fought with all of them. And on our first date, we're chatting, we're having a good time. It's actually going well, which is a miracle for Zenobia. And if you don't want to be a lawyer, fine. If you want to do this stand-up comedy and embarrass us as a family, fine. There is only one thing that we have ever asked for you, Kumi. That you be a good Muslim and you marry a Pakistani girl. That is it, one thing.
Maybe they're right. I spend too much time in fantasy land.
That is not you. Hi. Indian Parenting 101. Inspired by this man, this meme. This meme went viral when Kamala Harris was chosen as vice president because this is every Indian parent ever. Oh, darlings. Fiona from Belgravia again. Now let me tell you something. The ginger one has said that when he was trying to thaw out his todger, like we talked about before, he was suddenly transported and his mummy appeared in the room. That's right, his mummy appeared in the room because he was putting Elizabeth Arden on his knob, and that's what mummy used on her lips. Picking up the phone. Ammi, she's still not home.
You know, Magnum got lost once. I had him microchipped.
Okay, Ammi, Magnum is a dog. Kamala is a girl, okay? Though, trust me, if it was legal, I would do it.
Global Play Brigade Brigadiers, I welcome Zenobia Shroff in our midst. Zenobia is a remarkable artist. Beyond being a stunning model at the beginning of her career, she's an actress. Her illustrious career boasts an impressive array of diverse roles, both on and off Broadway. And like you can see, she is our popular mother of Miss Marvel in the Marvel universe. Let me see those Zoom applause, Zenobia Shroff. Thank you so much for being here, Zenobia, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. Thank you for being here.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Zenobia, I consider you a play activist. Like I'd mentioned in an earlier conversation, we have heard a lot about you even long before meeting you, from Castillo Theater, All Stars, and working around play and improv. And now you're here with us at Global Play Brigade at a time in the world where things are so critical. We sometimes wonder what's going on in our world. And from your perspective as one who sits in an influential position, especially in Hollywood, how important is this movement from your perspective to what's going on in our world today?
Yeah, it's a really good question. And hi, everyone, and thank you for your kind comments as the reel was playing. It's very nice to see you all. And can I just say, Rita, I'm very heartened to see so many people from my home country, India. And it's really very heartening because I didn't know, this kind of India when I grew up, where there were these kind of things. But anyway, getting back to your question, we're in such a mess and in the world today. We're at such a critical junction, as you said, especially with the situation in the Middle East. And I'm a very, very firm believer that there is more that unites us than divides us. In the end, everybody wants the same things. We all want food, clothing, shelter, safety, lack of violence. And how do we build if we're going to keep dividing and dividing and dividing and being so divisive? And that's where play comes in. You build with playing. You build, I mean, some of those clips you saw, they're 15-hour days, they're 16-hour days. And at the end of those days, what do you have in your bag of tricks but play? You know, when it's action again for the 20th time and you're all dried up of method acting, you play. You go back to being a kid and say, give it everything I have, and I'm just going to, perform. Fred Newman always was, many of us have been influenced by, would always say, perform the hell out of it. And you perform the hell out of it and you build with doing that, I think. I really don't believe that we have so much uh, not in common as we do in common with each other as humanity. And we need to use playfulness. We need to use whichever way it is. I mean, you go to see a theater piece or you go to see a dance piece, you are transported. You're taken from point A to point B. What is that? That is watching people be playful. And then you leave in a better mood. You're in a better mood, you have a better interaction. You have a better interaction, you build something with the person you're with. And 2 and 2 and 50 makes a million, and we'll see the day come round. But you cannot do it without play, without being, without having that sense of, I'm going to build something. I think play and building is synonymous, and it would really help us in the world today. Perhaps, I mean, it's a very, very hokey thing to say, but perhaps there would be less war if we all played a little bit more.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Zenobia. And
Yeah.
what do you have to say to people who feel that play is just about children, and should be for children? And why
Um,
should adults come together to play?
well, I mean, Rita, you and I have, I'm sorry, I have a horrible laugh. Um, we've talked a little bit about this, and I struggle with play. I struggle with play. I came from a tradition of being raised in an upper middle class Indian family where achievement was everything, and getting that house and that job and that money in the bank. And yes, indeed, you are not a child anymore. Stop playing. And it's only when I met the Castillo community, who I'm sure people on this platform have heard of, that I realized that indeed play can be a tool to transform you emotionally, you know? So I may still never be the girl who goes down to Brazil and wears a clown nose and a clown hat. But that doesn't mean that I don't employ play in my day-to-day life. And play can also be humor. And Marion Rich, a dear friend, said a very helpful thing. Play is not just about fun. You play with hard things too. You play with hard emotions too. When we're acting, we're playing a lot with hard emotions. Some of those scenes you saw were hard scenes. So you're harking back to emotions that are very hard, immigrant emotions especially. So play doesn't have to be only about having fun, you know. And it's several scientific studies have been done that when you dance, dopamine is released. When you, I mean, I've done tons of theater. What is coming off that high? What is that? The adrenaline starts flowing, the dopamine flows. It does make you happier. It does put you in a good mood. And that would be one of the challenges to come down from that. So play away, do something that lifts your soul and lifts your spirit and makes you the best version of yourself. And that is play, whether it's drawing something or dancing or what. Even I get turned on even by watching a good television show, and it enhances my mood. Whatever play means for you, keep playing as adults. And seriously,
Thank
there
you
w-
so much.
yeah, of course.
Thank you so much, Zen. And
Yeah.
and I would say the last words, taking it from Zen, play away.
Play
Play
away.
away.